Hello, this is the 189th edition of Catch of the Day, available on the Branch Talk YouTube channel. Today, we're going to continue reading from Doug Mitchell's book entitled The Four Carpenters, the Ensign, the Time of Jacob's Trouble, and the First Deliverance. Starting at the top of page 27, we read number 5. That immediately after the angels let loose the four winds, Revelation 7, 1-3, whereupon ensues the time of trouble, and Michael standing up to deliver from it all whose names are written in the Lamb's book of life, Daniel 12:1. 6. That the angels letting loose the four winds, to blow over the four corners of the earth, Revelation 7:1, does not anticipate a world war, but rather a worldwide decree enforced throughout Babylon by the image beast, and that then no one may buy or sell save he who worships the image, Revelation 13, 15-17. 7. That subsequently the time of Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 37, for the 144,000, the sons of Jacob, logically develops on their way home, Genesis 32, 1-24. To the land of their fathers, Ezekiel 36, 28, 37, verses 21 and 25. 8. That the foregoing epochal event shall cause the 144,000 to have their names changed, as did their father Jacob, Genesis 32, verse 28, and as a body receive a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name, Isaiah 62, 2. 9. That these events shall ultimate in the setting up of the kingdom, Daniel 2:44, Isaiah 2, 1-4, Micah 4, Ezekiel 37, wherein the 144,000, those who follow the Lamb, whithersoever, Revelation 14:4, shall stand with him on Mount Zion, Revelation 14:1, and there receive the forces of the Gentiles, Isaiah 60, 5 and 11, Fundamental Beliefs 13. There we find that he says that the order of events after the sealing are to be 1. The four winds, a worldwide decree enforced throughout Babylon by the image beast, are let loose. 2. Subsequently, next, the time of Jacob's trouble develops on his way home. 3. Thereafter the kingdom is set up. The discrepancy arises from the fact that elsewhere, Brother Hodder says that between the fall of Assyria and Babylon riding the scarlet-colored beast, thus completing the makeup of the image beast, the kingdom is set up. The period we are now in is antitypical Assyria. The Assyrian period is about to pass away, and the period of Babylon to be ushered in. But there is another thing that is to happen between the setting up of the confederacy of Isaiah 8:9 and the rise of Babylon. It is the setting up of God's kingdom. God's people are to be taken to their own land and made free. 12 Symbolic Code 1-6. What adds to the perplexity of this situation is what he also said in another place. We have read a number of scriptures here today. Now let us very briefly summarize what we learned from it. We learned 1. What is the time of Jacob's trouble? 2. The kingdom will be set up in a time of war. 3. The whirlwind and sword war is the evil, the curse that is to be sent to all the nations to whom the Lord will send it. 4. The evil war is to go from nation to nation and is not to be of short duration. 5. God's people will be delivered in a time of great trouble. 6. They must cast away all their idols as a prerequisite to being delivered. 7. The Gentiles will have their trouble when they are called out of Babylon. Today's study dealt mainly with Jacob's own trouble and about his being delivered from the Assyrian yoke. 13 Symbolic Code 1, 2, 33. The discrepancy exists because in fundamental beliefs it is said that Babylon's decree brings the time of trouble from which Jacob is to be delivered, while in 13 Symbolic Code it is said that Jacob is to be delivered from the Assyrian yoke. If the kingdom is set up, God's people taken to their own land and made free before the rise of Babylon, after the end of the Assyrian period, how can it be said that the decree throughout Babylon comes before the kingdom is set up, as is stated in fundamental beliefs? That is, if Jacob's time of trouble ends with him being delivered into the kingdom, which happens before Babylon rides the beast, how can it be true that Babylon enforces its decree, Sunday laws, before she is even on the scene in that particular manifestation, i.e., riding the beast, and with that type of authority? Interesting. Take care.